Hey, so this video is about the Capricorn child. All right, so I think I've done all the earth signs and stuff except for Capricorn. All right, so the Capricorn child. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. All right, so Saturn is a planet of harsh lessons. Saturn is associated with like authority and associated with strong will and goals and ambition. And so when you're understanding energy in children, though, obviously the energy is not fully developed. And so some of the things that adults may have a better grasp on, children won't, right? And so with Capricorn children, you'll see like one positive I can say is there's typically these children aren't afraid to try something. And so it's not like Aries, where Aries is more like a risk taker and can sometimes do things that are short-sighted. It's that Capricorn children are often internally able to set their own goals, right? Internally they are often, even if they are not good at something, they're able to process success and like that they want success. And like from an early age, a lot of them understand the inner need to achieve. They don't like to lose. Okay, they don't like to lose. And so I'm gonna go into some of the other things. Like, so because of that, some Capricorn children can be kind of like sore losers because, you know, Capricorn represents this enterprising type of, you know, energy, this leader, this, you know, the person who's in charge. And so a lot of them, they like to lead others. They like to lead other children. They often can make really good leaders when they are positive, right? So if it's a sports team or some other type of situation where they're in lead. However, Capricorn children have to learn not to be bossy, you know, whereas Aries can sometimes come off as like a know-it-all or like energy. There's still a very childlike energy to some Aries people and children, right? Because Aries is fire, so it doesn't come across as strict, right? And so Earth is Earth. Earth is firm. It's planted. And Capricorn's an Earth sign, and also Saturn is this planet that's not really known for warmth, right? It's not really known for being open-minded and all those type of things. So as a leader, Capricorn children really have to learn, like, yes, Capricorn, you might think you have a great idea, you might actually have it. They have to learn how to get their point across without coming off as too overbearing. Now, because of that, they sometimes can be the leader of their crew, right? And so they can easily influence other children who aren't as strong-willed as they are, you know. And as far as like their ability to deal with setbacks, for the most part, Capricorn children can deal with setbacks pretty well. But at the same time, sometimes there's an issue with them accepting authority. When they feel they're right, they're unable. Remember, so it's cardinal energy, right? And so Capricorn is cardinal energy. So it thinks it knows the right way to gain something. They think they know the right process. And sometimes they do, especially like I said, like channeled Capricorn energy, such as like in adults who are evolved, is good, right? But in a child, it can sometimes be, it's misguided. Children in any sign, children period, are trying to figure themselves out and how to navigate the world. So what I'm saying is, since cardinal energy, so that's like your Libras, your Aries, your Capricorns, your Cancers, they lead with whatever their element is, right? So like Cancer is going to lead with emotion, and you know, Aries is going to lead with action. You know, Libra is going to lead with thought and communicating and trying to make things better and delegate things. And so Capricorn is going to lead with, here's the result I'm trying to get. And sometimes they aren't aware that there's other ways to get things done, and there's kind of just like, no, it's my way, it's my way, it's my way. And that's where the roadblock happens with sometimes Capricorn children, because they're dealing with a very mature energy. Saturn's a very mature planet, and Saturn represents the father, right? And so this like a symbolic of authority and drive and discipline. And so sometimes Capricorn children can clash with adults. They can clash with anyone that has authority because they think they know how things should go, but they don't know the rules of life yet because they're still a child. And so with the Capricorn child, there's a way you have to like teach them how to navigate those worlds. You have to teach them like, yes, you have, you know, a strong will, and yes, you're a leader and you have these great abilities, you know, to try something out and not be afraid of it. You know, yes, Capricorn, actually you can come off as pretty mature. A lot of them can understand life in a different way. Not in the same way as a Scorpio, who's more about the spiritual realm, or Scorpio, who's more about the deep, or Pisces, but they understand tangible things. They're earth signs. So Capricorns can understand rules very well. And some of them can even know how to go around the rules, okay? Because, you know, Capricorn energy can also, they want to win at any cost. Sometimes some of them can be a little sneaky, especially as children, because they're trying to win. They want to win at any cost. They want to get their way. And so, you know, if you're a parent or a teacher or whatever of a Capricorn child, yes, they will need praise often, in a different reason than other signs, right? Praise often because they're always working towards a goal. The point with the Capricorn child is like even when they don't realize it, they're working towards a goal. They kind of visualize what the end result is, right? And because of that, they can be hard workers because they understand what the end result will bring. But again, if you have a child who is not developed in that area, they're going to think they know best. They're going to think they know better than the adult. And the problem is going to be there's going to be a lot of clash with authority figures because they're not willing to listen. Now, because of that, sometimes they can be the voice of reason and they can make good leaders among their peers. But you want to make sure they're positively influencing their peers, because if not, you know, they have this way where they can kind of get other people to do things for them. Okay. And so, you know, if the Capricorn energy child, you know, just make sure that they understand that, like, they can get their way without bossing people around. They have to learn how to also, they're so caught up in like what they want, they don't think about how to get there, right? And so, again, a Capricorn adult understands the big picture in a deeper way, and they understand how to get there. But a Capricorn child understands what the big goal is, understands what they want, and sometimes they can be very mature children, right? They're mature. They're not really necessarily always the immature child, but at the same time, they don't know how to channel that energy and get what they want in the most appropriate way. So your job is to make sure that you're giving them the tools to understand how to still be a leader, but not be overbearing and not kind of, you know, draw people away from them because they are kind of like refuse to change their way of doing something, right? They refuse to, you know, understand the urgency. Also, they're not really urgent. So Saturn is not a very fast planet. So sometimes a Capricorn person with other energies in their chart will be a little faster moving, right? There's some fire. So the Capricorn child has to understand things do not go according to their own time. Saturn energy people sometimes think time is always on their side, and they have to understand that sometimes you have to just do what has to be done. So again, because they are willing to try things, and because they know they have the information, and because they know that they've been successful in the past, sometimes they over rely on that. Kind of like Aquarius. Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, but also Uranus. And so also teaching the Capricorn child that time does not wait for them. Okay, even though they might internally be patient and able to wait the long game, sometimes they have to do what's needed, whether that's their chores or their homework. They can't just think that they're always going to be able to talk their way out of things, or always be able to get their way by being, you know, arguing with authority or trying to deliberate or things like that. All right, thanks for watching.